guys, welcome to another episode of A Girl and Her Books. I hope you have enjoyed my previous videos, and if you're new, please go check them out. Also, leave some comments below on what type of books y'all want me to review, and specifically if there are any specific titles you want me to review, drop those below too. So if you don't already know, how it works on this channel is that we review different types of books and of different type of genres, just so that y'all can have a little something to talk about and something that can interest you. With that being said, let's jump into our book for this week. The book we will be reviewing is off of Wattpad. If you don't already know, you should know I am a big fan of Wattpad because their books are free and they're usually well written, and their authors have a lot of fans, so I'm glad to support them. The book we will be reviewing is Tomboy by Bre Taught-You. This book is on Wattpad, and all you have to do to find it is to type in her name, which is Bre, B-R-E, Taught-You. Okay, this book has 272 reads and 13K votes, which is a lot considering the author. She has other books up there on her page, so I advise you to go check them out. But specifically, we're going to focus on her book, Tomboy. So we're just going to jump into a quick summary of the book. This book is based off of a young girl named Sasha Sweden. She is not your average teenage girl. She's like tomboyish, and she's crazy good at basketball, and then she loves the sport. But this clashes with her overly religious parents, who decide that they don't really like anything their daughter does, especially her wanting to play basketball. They highly disapprove of this. But Sasha has decided, since it's her senior year and her parents have forced her to move to a new town in Philadelphia, that she's going to break a couple of the rules, starting with joining the basketball team. Along the way, she meets a new girl named Lux Connolly. This girl is sweet and popular, and she attaches herself to Sasha almost immediately. And as you can already tell, this is kind of a coming of age, coming out story, because this girl has Sasha questioning her sexuality, something she's never done before, because while she's never had a boyfriend, she's also never been interested in girls. She's just always wanted to play basketball. So with Lux attaching herself to Sasha, it confuses her, but it also opens her eyes to something so new and something so exciting for her. This is a cute coming of age, coming into your own story, and it just goes to show that the path that other people think you should take isn't what you should have to take. It's up to you. And Sasha shows that by, number one, going after the basketball team, number two, coming out of her shell and making friends, and overall she just grows throughout the book. You can really see the change from chapter 1 all the way to the end of the book. I will say the book has 33 parts or chapters, however you want to define it. It was a very well written book. I would recommend it for anybody who's, let's say, over the age of 15, because while there's not a lot of explicit content, there is just a little bit of some. But overall, it was still a good book. It wasn't too heavily that I got caught up in all the themes, but I can imagine the themes in my head, which is what I feel like a good book does. You can imagine all the themes in your head, and you can oh my God, I can see how that played out. And I can say that this book, it does that. So how you're gonna find this book, just open the Wattpad app, type in Tomboy. You should make sure the Tomboy is all capitalized. As you can see, it's already in my library, so I'm gonna click it. Scroll down, read a little bit about it, click read, and enjoy. So I want to jump into my rating. So I give this book a 5 out of 5 stars because, as you can see, it was well written, the text was well written, the words were just entrancing, and it was just an overall good book. I can say that whoever edited her books, if she does it herself, she does an amazing job, because there weren't any spelling errors, which I know some people are caught up with when they think of Wattpad books. They think of books that aren't well written, which isn't true. So the 5 out of 5 stars is because the characters, I love the characters, and I can actually relate to some of the characters because it was a different book. I didn't usually read books like this, but for some reason it just jumped out to me, and I was like, hey, let's try it, and I'm glad I did. This is also the ranking, the story rankings that I previously talked about. As you can see, this is its ranking in each content. So again, if you really want to see like how good it is at all the other books, this is where you would go. That's all for now. I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and I really do hope you have tuned into all my previous videos. Tuning out from A Girl and Her Books. Bye!